Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Advice to Think Twice. My name is Monica and I'm here with our daily advice for February 6th, 2018. Thank you very much for joining me. So we're going to have a look at what the energies are for us today and what we need to know about these energies in order to use them for our highest good. As always, keep an open mind, take away the message of the reading and apply it to your own situation if you feel that it resonates with what you're experiencing or if you feel that it helps with whatever it is that you're dealing with. Okay, so we have a new deck starting today. We have the Guardian Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radleigh Valentine. I've had my eye on this deck for quite a while, but it was just either not the right time or I didn't have the money or whatever the case may be, and so it was kind of left like a wish of mine to get this deck, and I don't know what happened, but I found it at a very reasonable price, and so I went for it, and I really enjoy working with it. So I hope that you enjoy it as much as I do, and that it brings us lots of useful messages. Okay, so let's have a look. The overall energy for today, what I can say is the overall energy seems to be talking about change that either cannot be avoided but rather should not be avoided. Okay, it's still within our control, we still decide, we still get a choice, but we are very much encouraged to accept change or to initiate change. Okay, and it feels like at this point it's still within our control, but then if we run away from it or try to avoid it, we may see some energies like the Tower or the Ten of Swords or whatever, where something is decided for us. Okay, so just thinking in perspective here, the first card that we have representing the influence of the past on our current situation, we have the Five of Abundance, which is Five of Pentacles. This reads, there are times when everyone needs a hand. Your angels want you to know that you needn't go through your current challenges alone. Accept the help of those around you. The situation you're experiencing is temporary. This may not be the right time to become self-employed. Be patient. So this is a card that talks about financial concerns, dire straits for some of us, experiencing a time of lack, and with any five, okay, that talks about change, again, we're reminded that our perspective is important. If we look at things in terms of I'm alone and this is too much for me to handle and I'll never turn things around, that's probably exactly what's going to happen. And we're encouraged to make the effort and look around to see what options we have, and also to ask for help, because we will receive the help we need. We don't have to go through things alone. And so this talks about a time of lack in our lives, and maybe we were afraid to reach out, ashamed to reach out, or we felt we had no one to reach out to as we were going through a time of change. Okay, and the Five of Abundance here talks about a time of change where it happened, and this is us dealing with the consequences of that. Okay, so it doesn't feel like something that we created or we initiated. It feels like something happened and we had to deal with the consequences of that. Of course, we don't know what was going on a subconscious level, because it was probably part of the manifestation process, okay, even though it didn't seem like it in the moment, if that makes sense. In today's energy, we have the Six of Emotion. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. For some of us, this is going back to the same situation. Okay, the same situation that ended up seeing us powerless and having to deal with the consequences of change, as opposed to us creating the change that we wanted. Okay, so for today with the Six of Emotion, we will be faced with a choice, okay, an option presented to us. Do we go back to the same situation, or do we try a different approach? Do we give our power away once again, or do we use our power for ourselves and manifesting our own dreams? It could be that someone, you know, came to us, asked for money, we gave them money and trusted them, and then they just took the money and ran. It could be that we made a poor investment because, again, we trusted someone and we had to pay the price for it. It could be that Again, we got ourselves in a situation where we trusted someone, or we trusted that we were doing the right thing, or we were hoping we were doing the right thing, and it involved us giving away our power, giving away our money, giving away our property, giving away our trust, okay? And then having to deal with the consequences of that choice, where we were left alone or broke or struggling, and so on and so forth. The Six of Cups is here because that's the equivalent of the Six of Emotions, to say that if this is a person that did that, they may be coming back today. They may be coming back around. They may reach out. They may, try to get back in touch with us. And this could be with, a business situation, a love situation, a work situation, whatever the case may be. But there's an element of, do we open that door once again? Or have we learned from that experience, and can we do things differently this time? Do we want to do things differently this time? Okay? The energy that we're moving into tomorrow with, we have the Five of Action, which is another 5. And it's the 5 of action, meaning we have to take action. Your angels want you to know that your current challenge pushes you to be assertive and self-confident. Be willing to stand up for yourself and defend your position. You have the right to excuse yourself from those who bring drama into your life. So this is our guidance. This is what we are advised to do. To think of ourselves, our goals, our desires, to think about our past experience. Why did it happen? Why did we react that way? And do we want to go down that path once again? Do we really want to trust that person once again? Do we really want to trust that situation once again? Knowing what we have had to endure as a result of us trusting in the first place. When things like this happen, where we feel, or we are left exposed and vulnerable and raw and hurt, it's not so that we close ourselves off and we never ever ever try or take a chance on anything again. It's so that we learn, we grow stronger, and then we make different choices. That's why things like that happen. And so we have a choice with the Six of Emotion, and our guidance, if we want to steer away from past pain or not repeat past circumstances and situations that have hurt us. Because now we know what it looks like. Now we recognize it. That's why the Six of Emotions is there. Now we recognize it. Now we see the signs. Now we see where things are going to go. Okay, where before we didn't have that perspective. And so now the Five of Action says, take action and use that information. Use that wisdom. Separate yourself from negative people, from people who bring drama, from situations which take more than they give, from unnecessary competition, petty fighting, feeling pressured or pushed into doing anything. Okay, the Five of Action says it's okay to take a stand, and it's okay to not be part of that whole situation, of that whole big drama. It's okay not to allow someone to push your buttons. It's okay to say no thank you. It's okay to say, you know what, I wish you well, but I will not be a part of this. No thank you. Okay? And this is the change that we can create, that we can shape, okay, in our lives. The change, as in breaking away from a past situation that has left us dealing with the consequences of a change, learning from that, recognizing it, and then making different choices so that we then initiate the change. We then initiate the break in that pattern. Okay, so it's really, really beautiful energy, very powerful energy. In day-to-day terms, this can talk about, again, a friend or a family member who borrowed money from us, or property or anything like that, took advantage of our property or our assets, or even our good name, our reputation, and then messed everything up. Took the money and ran, messed up a house, an apartment, property. We had to redo everything and reinvest in it. It could be a relationship where we were taken advantage of our trust, and taken advantage of our heart and our feelings and our pure feelings for the other person. So this person may be coming back, and our choices, have we learned from the past? Do we want to go back and give someone a second chance only so that they can hurt us again because they have not changed? Or do we want to do things differently and say, you know what, I'm done with you. I've learned from the past. We're just not good for each other. I don't want you in my life. Okay, it's not a matter of, you know what, it is what it is or whatever. No, I choose, I say, I know, I acknowledge this is not okay. This is not what I deserve. This is not what I want. Okay, I am making that choice. I am making that change and breaking away from that pattern. Okay, it could be how we work and we never say no and we always help everyone else, and then we're just expected to do everything, and so we become burdened and our health takes a big hit, and our mental health, emotional health, physical health, and it's so difficult to get ourselves back on track and pick ourselves back up because no one else will help. Everyone just takes, no one else helps. So we have the opportunity once again, either to go back to that kind of a job or to start doing that pattern in a new job. Okay, what have we learned from past experiences? I've learned that it's okay to say no. I've learned that it's okay to say I'm sorry, but this isn't my job. I've learned to say that, okay, I will help you this time, but that's it. Or I will teach you how to do this, and then you can do it yourself. Okay? And things like that. Our overall guidance, we have the panda. Create a sacred space for yourself in your home and or place of work. So this could see us making changes so that we eliminate people, relationships, jobs, situations of any kind from our lives that take rather than give, that drain rather than nourish, that destroy rather than build up, so that we are safe, so that we have a sacred space, so that we protect ourselves because we know what we deserve, because we know what our worth is, and so we're not willing to give away more than we need to. We're not willing to make ourselves that vulnerable to a situation, especially if we know that situation, if we know where it's going to go. Why put ourselves through that when we know we deserve better? We deserve peace, we deserve fulfillment, we deserve joy. So this is all about making our choices, and this is what we're supposed to think of when making those choices. Is this a positive situation in my life? Do I want this person? What does this person bring to my life? What do they take? What does this job bring to my life? What does it take? What does this friendship, what does this relationship with my family members, what does this whatever bring to my life? Is it beautiful? Is it positive? Is it constructive? Is it inspiring me? Or is it draining, making me feel vulnerable, taking away my power, making me feel exposed, hurting me, now and in the long run? Seeing things in perspective and seeing things from that perspective. Does it help me or does it hurt me? Because making the sacrifice every now and again, and where we put ourselves in a situation where we know that we're going to lose out, but we do it to help someone and maybe open their eyes and maybe give them a different perspective, or maybe teach them about unconditional love, or maybe teaching them about giving and all of that. That's different. But when we do that over and over again, that's no longer making a sacrifice, hopefully to help someone learn or help someone grow. That's just allowing ourselves to be walked all over and telling the universe that I'm not good enough, I don't deserve good things, I deserve to be taken advantage of, I deserve to be, to have things taken from me. Okay, so very powerful energy. But in one way or another, we're going to meet up with our past today, whether that's a person, a situation, a way of thinking, a way of acting. We're going to meet up with our past today, and we have a choice of doing things differently. And they've shown us how we should think when we're making our choices. Okay, what's going to help us and what's going to make our decisions easier and clearer. Okay, so it's beautiful energy, really beautiful energy. And already, you know, these beautiful cards deliver very deep messages, very powerful messages. So, so far so good. Okay, let's see what our power thought is. Let's see. Ha! This one flipped over. So we have, I deserve the best and I accept the best now. I accept, that's my choice. Okay. I am mentally and emotionally equipped to enjoy a prosperous and loving life. It is my birthright to deserve all good. I claim my good. This is beautiful. And it goes hand in hand with our reading, with the messages of the cards. Okay. It's a very, very powerful message. I deserve the best. And reminding ourselves of that when making our choices. And I accept the best. By definition, I choose to accept the best and to reject bad things, negative things, what hurts me. Our choice. We're using our power. We're trusting ourselves to say no thank you, or to say I'll have this, I will not have that. Very empowering and uplifting energy. Absolutely. So there we have it. That's our reading for today. It's a really beautiful reading. I'm really inspired by it. So I hope that it gives you inspiration or clarity or motivation, whatever it is that you need at this time, answers, direction, whatever it is. Let me know what the cards talk about for you. Let me know what you're dealing with and if the messages help, or how your day is going in general. Thank you again for all your support. I do appreciate it. I hope you've enjoyed the reading. I hope you enjoy my work. And thank you to everyone who always comments and likes and shares and follows me on social media and lets me know how things are going for them, or maybe how my work helps. I appreciate that very, very much. So let's have an absolutely beautiful, uplifting day, making some very healthy choices, very empowering kind of an energy, okay? And I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Take care.